is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Thursday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm glad that this big old storm here on the East Coast just missed us. I'm very happy there.
Good for you, because look what I'm wearing today. It didn't miss me. We're currently getting it pretty bad up here.
Well, yeah, we've had enough storms the past few years that we do not need any actually more anytime soon. But yeah, man, everything's going good. Just like I've been saying the whole entire week, man. Just everything's going good.
Jimmy, what's this mean, brother? Everyone's giving us nice greetings. How we doing? Good in news. I don't get it. Let me know what that's about, Jimmy. We're happy to talk about whatever. JD, yesterday was a fun day.
It was fun.
My best bets went 2-2. You went 1-1. That wasn't the fun part. Did anybody tail my home run props yesterday? Did anybody listen to the home run props I've been giving out the last 2 days? JD, I know it's not the recap, but I'm going into it because they weren't best bets, so I can't technically count them. Trent Grisham plus 600 homer dinger. Kyle Schwarber plus 220 homer dinger. Who else do we have in that Phillies game? Max Kepler, that's right, plus 600. And the day before, Bryson Stott. I think on the last 4 homer props I've given out, every single one is cashed. So let's keep that rolling today, JD. Yeah. Maybe. I have a couple more homer props for the boys out there today. Jimmy is wondering about the Twins game. We'll get into that, Jimmy. We got you, bro. Oh, no. Brucey with the juicy. No plays today. Well, Bruce, that's why you're here, brother. We're here for you. We have plays for you. JD, I kind of jumped into the recap a little fast because I got a little excited there over the homers. But let's get into our normal Wednesday recap. I'll go first. You guys, Gerald already put it in there. I went 50-50. 2-2 are my best bets for the day. But like I said, those props were huge for us yesterday. And we also had a very good day outside of our best bets. The Yankees were an absolutely massive win for us. What a scary game that was, JD. Cam Schlittler, hello.
Great start.
Hello. Perfect through 6 innings. Best start he's ever had. 8 strikeouts. The guy looked absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, Footy's fucking former closer, David Bednar, comes in and blows the save. And then we got to get to the bottom of the 10th after Giancarlo Stanton. Oh, wait, JD, I forgot one. I came on here and said, take Giancarlo Stanton to homer, and I said he might not actually be starting. And people were putting in the comments, what if he has a pinch hit homer? Well, he did that. 3-run homer in the 10th as a pinch hitter. That also cashed. But that Yankees game was crazy. We had to wait for Devin Williams to come in there. Looked like he was going to blow the save. What a wild ride that game was, JD. How'd you do yesterday?
It was. As far as yesterday on the show, did end up going 1-1. But in baseball, did stay hot. That one loss was my only loss. We ended up going 3-1. Had a nice 5-unit day.
Love it.
So, yeah, man, still just staying hot. Still just, like I said, man, just everything's going so well.
Love to hear that. All right, JD, we have a big slate today. As you guys have seen from the hype, you guys have, if you've been here all week, we've talked about it every day. We have football we're breaking down today, so we're very excited about that. But before we do, this show is an MLB show. Still, it'll always be an MLB show, and we're going to start with a little MLB as we have a ton of action today. Not a ton of action, but JD came on here yesterday and said we have no baseball today. That was a lie. That was a lie. JD, everyone heard you. You said there's one game or something like that. I don't remember the specifics of your verbiage, but we got baseball. So, JD, are you ready to dive into a little baseball before we get into the meat and the potatoes of the football?
Definitely.
Let's get it, bro. First baseball game we're going to be breaking down today is going to be the Milwaukee Brewers going to Chicago, taking on them Cubbies, and we have a pitching matchup that I'm excited to talk about today in this game. For the Brewers, we have Quinn Priester. JD, when was the last time the Brewers have lost a start when Quinn Priester has been the starting pitcher?
I believe it was back in May.
Yep, it is back in May. They win every single time this guy's been on the bump for months now. Joseph has already put it in the comments. I know Joseph tagged us in a tweet this morning. I believe at like 8 o'clock in the morning. He was pumped up for Quinn Priester Day. I don't blame you. On the other side in this game is Shota Imanaga. Imanaga is 8-5 on the year with a 3.06 ERA and a 0.95 whip. JD, Imanaga's been good, and he had a very good last start. He went 7 innings against the Pirates, only allowed 3 hits, only allowed 1 run, and struck out 6. Game before that, he went 6 2/3, only allowing 4 hits and had 9 strikeouts. He's been good as of late. What do you like in this game?
Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows. What do you like in this game? Well, I think everybody knows what I like here.
There we go. There we go. I love it.
It is Quinn Priester Day. I mean, yeah, this is one of those things where, I mean, we've been writing this for so long now. Not all the way since May, but it was sometime in June though. That actually, like, we've been writing this. So it kind of it's gotten to the point now where we've made so much off of him, where just I have to keep going. It doesn't matter who's on the other side, which I'm not going to say that much. Spot where, you just have to keep going here. As far as Priester, some of his starts lately have not looked the very best. But like I said, this team just backs him up every time. But do have to say, as far as his last start, that was versus the Reds. I'm going to be honest, I was kind of scared there. I was really thinking that the Reds might really get to him. But he actually pitched a good game. He gave up 6 hits and actually gave up 2 earned runs. That side, like actually everybody knows. Now, as far as the other side, as far as Shota Imanaga goes, as far as his numbers on the year, they look great. He has an actual ERA of 3.06 and a WHIP of 0.95.
His numbers are better than Priester.
Definitely. Which actually we all actually know a 0.95 WHIP is somebody who we normally want to back.
You ain't lying.
For me, I'm in the group that thinks that actually Imanaga is a little overrated. As far as his advanced stats go, are actually not as good as these other stats. I think that he's somebody that actually can get hit. As actually, as far as his Brewers team, I think is a team that actually can hit him. The past 2 games, as far as the Brewers, I have not been on them. I feel like I have a good read on this team. When they finally lost these 2 games, these are games that I actually I have not bet. But today is the day that I'm jumping back on them, though. Give me the Brewers. Give me the money line at plus 120.
I like it. If I were to pick a side in this game, it would probably be the Brewers. More than probably, it would definitely be the Brewers. But I'm taking a different angle on this one. What did I tell you guys yesterday when the total was at the exact same number? What did I tell you guys yesterday? Over. 6.5 is an over number. A lot of times you see 2 excellent pitchers. You see a 6.5 line and people slam the under. 6.5, the line itself, is an over number. And what did I tell you guys yesterday in this game? If we get to 3-3, we cash. That's all we have to get to. 6 runs by split of 3-3. And what happened in the game yesterday in Brewers and the Cubs, JD? We got 3-3. And the game ended 4-3. Exactly what I said was going to happen yesterday, or what we were hoping for. We had it happen. Excuse me. Today, I'm doing the exact same thing. And Thomas, I know the 7 got pushed. But I gave out the 6.5 and gave you guys the book that had it. Multiple books had it. It was a 10-cent extra price, but I told you it was worth it to take the 6.5 over the 7, because that 6.5 is the magic number when I'm a lot of times targeting it over. We have it again today. We have that total yet again today, JD, and let's go over yet again Shota Imanaga's most recent starts. Now, he's been good. Let's go over what he's given up, though. Outside of those last 2 games. So he did give up 5 hits, 3 runs before that. Against the White Sox, he did allow 12 hits and 7 earned. And then you look at Quinn Priester. His most recent starts have not been up to Quinn Priester's standards. I mean, he doesn't have exactly the best ERA in baseball. He does have a 3.5 ERA on the year, but his record is outstanding because they hit when he's on the bump. In his most recent performances, he gave up 6 hits last game. 10 hits the game before. Game before that was good. He only gave up 2, but it was to JD's crappy Braves. Sorry, JD. I don't take a lot out of that. And the 2 starts before that, one of them was the Cubs. We just saw this. And in that game, he allowed 8 hits in that one and 2 walks. So he got hit pretty hard by the Cubs in that last spot. And the game ended 9-3. There were 12 runs in it. So we just need to see this game get to 7. I'm absolutely on it. And Footy, welcome. We already went over my home run props earlier. I'll have a couple homer props for the boys today. Don't you worry. I got a message from Footy last night at about 10 o'clock. He parlayed a few of those homers last night, and I know for a fact Footy had a very good day with my home run props yesterday. What's up, J-Bo? We appreciate you, bro. Welcome to the show, our first football show of the year. Thomas, I agree with you. I love the over. Parlay Prince, I'm sorry. The under is not what I'm going to be playing here. All right, JD. We have one more pre-scheduled baseball game. You guys are going to have to put some more in there. We already had a request for the Twins game earlier from Jimmy, so we'll make sure we cover that. That one's a 1 o'clock game, so we will definitely talk about it. But the next game we're breaking down today, JD, it's going to be the New York Yankees hosting the Boston Red Sox. Biggest series of the year for both of these teams. Massive series in New York. Pitching for the Boston Red Sox is Lucas Giolito. Giolito is 8-2 on the year with a 3.6 ERA and a 1.25. On the other side is Luis Gil. Gil is 1-1 with a 5 ERA, but he's only pitched in 14 innings, guys. He's coming back from injury, and he is the reigning AL Rookie of the Year. JD, Luis Gil only has a 3 ERA at home. He's been better at home this year in his limited appearances. The Yankees are hot right now. Winners of 9 of their last 12 games. They're the hottest team in the wild card race, and they are closing the gap between them and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees have also won 5 games in a row. Red Sox have lost 3 games in a row, including in their most recent loss. They had the bases loaded for 3 consecutive innings in a 1-run game with 1 out or less and could not get the runners in. JD, what do you like in this spot?
Yeah, man, this is definitely a really big game. Starting out with the Red Sox, we have Lucas Giolito, and man, I have to actually give him credit. He started out the year really bad, kind of like the way that we thought he was going to be. He was getting absolutely smacked up. I forgot exactly what his numbers were. Actually after those first 3 or 4 games, but remember, they were bad. Beyond bad. He had a whip of it was 2.05 or something like that. Like it was nuts. So anyway, now later in the season, he's actually brought that ERA down to 3.63 and that whip down to 1.25. Yeah, he's just overall been pitching well. He is somebody that still can get hit though.
Oh yeah.
And as far as the Yankees, we talked about this as far as in last night's game, the Yankees bats are back. Yep. They have woken up. The whole team is seemingly to be actually hitting well. I know the weather there tonight is not going to be the best. We do have the wind. The wind is actually going to be blowing in, and it's obviously not going to be as hot.
Did you see what the first pitch temp is going to be? It is why I'm in a hoodie today. 68 degrees. 68 degrees at first pitch in this one.
So it's definitely not the best home run day there.
You would think that, JD, but wait, can I go over the odds with you? I did pull them up as you were talking here, and by the way, it's absolutely hilarious. So the top 5 shortest odds for a homer in this game are all Yankees. That should tell you something in itself. But Aaron Judge plus 200, Giancarlo plus 220, Big Ben Rice plus 360, Trent down to plus 390. We got him at over plus 500 yesterday. And the Chiseler Jazz Chisholm at plus 450. After that, you get your first Red Sox in Alex Bregman at plus 460. After Bregman is Cody Bellinger at plus 470. So 80% of the Yankee lineup are in the top 6 or 7 guys here. So they're predicting the Yankees guys to potentially go deep here against Giolito. Any of those numbers tickle your fancy, JD? Any of those names tickle your fancy with how hot the Yankees bats have been?
Let me look at.
It's a great question, Footy. It's an absolute great question. I would say the Yankees bats are back. They were hitting even before the Rays series. They did just win all the games against the Rays, but they are winners of 9 of their last 12 games. The Yankees bats are back. And we will cover the Rockies Dodgers. I do see Footy put it in there, and Patty. So we will cover that game as well.
That's all right. Give me a second. Let me just look at some little. The Yankees.
Because I got a long shot in this game.
I was actually Bellinger has never even seen him.
Yep.
Man, a lot of these guys have not seen him or either seen him very few times.
Yeah.
It looks like Stanton is actually the only one who has actually hit a homer off of him.
I think he's homered in 48 consecutive games.
Yeah. What was the price on him?
Plus 220.
Yeah, nah.
No value there. JD, I got a guy for you. A recent trade acquisition for the New York Yankees, starting third baseman Ryan McMahon, the lefty going up against Giolito, the righty. You can get him close to a plus 600 right now. He's the only one I think that has some value. And I would take a shot on McMahon for half a unit. Not as confident as I was on the Schwarber one yesterday. I came on here and screamed to you guys that Schwarber against the starter, 20% of his at-bats were a homer. He hit one late in that game, but I was fairly confident in it. That was a plus 200. This is a plus 600. Yet again, not as confident. But if you're looking for a shot on a long shot guy who's got some pop with the short porch in right field to Yankee Stadium, Ryan McMahon could be your guy at plus 560. Footy. After yesterday, I would expect you to tell me when I saw the price of the ticket that you won. And I'll tell you, JD, he put, I think it was a $25 parlay, paid over 2,500. It paid over 2,500. Wow. So, Footy, I expect you to tail another winner today. Everyone out there, let's cash another banger. Let's cash another banger. To this specific game, though, JD, I'm going to have to go to the Yankees. They're red hot. They've been playing great. There's something personal about this series. The Red Sox kind of laboring as of late. We talked about it on this show, JD, that this team, we didn't think they were built for the playoffs. They sold off Raffy Devers, and this team also is trash on the road. So the Red Sox are 68-59 in the year, guys, but they're 27-34 on the road. 7 games below 500. The New York Yankees are 69-57 on the year, but 37-25 at home. So they are 12 games above 500 at home. All signs point to this being a Yankee screamer. I know it's expensive. I know the price kind of sucks. I was hoping to get this in the minus 130 range, but you can get it right now at a flat minus 140 on FanDuel. It's exactly what I'm playing. The Yankees should have a big performance. I expect them to win. I expect them to hit Giolito, and I expect Luis Gil to keep getting better as every start goes for him, as he was the reigning AL Rookie of the Year, a very strong pitcher for them, and as he keeps getting more starts under his belt, coming back from injury, I do think he'll produce better and better. So give me the Yanks on the money line. Definitely one of my favorite plays today. JD, thoughts about it?
Yeah, man, the Yankees is who I want to bet here. Like I said, we've actually been on actually them in like some way the past actually few games here.
Yep.
To me, the price is kind of just getting up there a little bit.
It's tough. If this was a bigger slate, I may parlay the Yankees in this spot. I may try and look at a different angle on this one. But with it being a limited slate and there's not a ton of games that I absolutely love in the MLB, this is what I'm going to take, especially because it's down to minus 140, JD. I know we talk about 5 cents being a big price difference here. I know it was minus 145 earlier, down to a minus 140. Does it make you a little more inclined to take the Yankees when they're a minus 140? I know it's still an expensive price, but it's still 5 cents cheaper.
Definitely. Let me pull back up exactly where I have them at. I have them at minus 142. So I'm like right there. So actually anything under that, if we could get them at like a minus 130, there's where I would be in at.
I would love that too, but I don't think it's not going to go that way. I think it's going to go the other way at this point.
I was about to say, it just doesn't make sense for the line to go that way unless they're just sitting guys, which I don't.
No shot. This is such a both teams are going all out in this series.
Yeah. So yeah, that one just wouldn't make sense. So.
I'm with you. All right, JD. Well, that's going to do it for our pre-selected games. It took us literally 20 minutes to do 2 games. That's bad. We're going to be on the air till 7 o'clock tonight if we stay at that pace. But JD, we've had a ton of viewer requested games. We got you guys. First game you guys wanted to hear about is the Athletics taking on the Twins. That game starts in about 50 minutes. Pitching for the Athletics is Jack Perkins. Mr. Perkins is 2-2 on the year with a 4.25 ERA in 33 innings. On the other side for the Twins is Jose Urena. Urena is 0-0 with a 4.0 ERA. One thing to know about both these pitchers, very limited sample size this year. Mr. Perkins has pitched in 33 innings, and Mr. Urena has pitched in 31 innings. JD, the Athletics have been a gold mine for us. There's no other way about it. But we have played them very right. We've played them well. We've played them good. Whatever the hell you want to say it. They were on my VIP card yesterday. They got another big win for us as a dog. They're a slight favorite today against the KBO LG Twins. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man, this is one that there are some plays today on my card that I really like, and I have some big plays. So this was going to be a smaller play, but I decided to just like leave that off so I could just focus on these larger plays. But as far as the A's here, that would be the only way that I could play this. I think as far as the money line goes, I think we are getting a good price there. It's just that's
no Shea in the lineup. Great point here.
That is big. They still have the advantage, but when it comes down to it, these are 2 pitchers that I just don't really have any trust in.
To say it lightly, it's hard to even know who. Most people in here, let's be honest. Most people in the chat have never heard of either of these guys. It's realistic.
Sure. But, and man, I just noticed that actually name, Harvey Specter. Man, we should have Harvey Specter in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Suits. Anyways, yeah, it's just going to be a stay off game, especially if the A's. As far as their lineup, I have not seen it. But
I got it right here if you want it.
Yeah, if they're not going to roll out their like regular full lineup, though, it makes me want to just stay away.
There are some guys in this Oakland lineup, Jesus, and this Athletics lineup that I guarantee you nobody has heard of. I mean, there's McIver at catcher, C. Cortez in right field, Harris at third, Shoemade at second. By the way, all these guys have never gotten a hit off Urena in their career. They've all faced him as well. There's Hernandez at shortstop, Ofer, and then their top five or top four, everyone knows they are Nick Kurtz, Lawrence Butler, Brett Rooker, Tyler Soderstrom. But the rest of the lineup is weak today. They do not have their full lineup. Then you take a look at the Minnesota Twins lineup, and oh boy, when did they get James Outman? Interesting there. He's in right field for them. They have Martin in left field. Give anyone $5 if they can tell me Martin's first name. They got Gasper at catcher. They have Roger Clemens, his kid at first, who's terrible, Cody Clemens. And then they have all those young kids in Lee and Keyshaw. A lot of unknowns in this one with better spots to target today. Nothing for me on this one. I'm with you, JD. Let's keep it moving to the next game of the day. We've had a couple other requests in here. I did see a few people request the LA shitbag Dodgers against the Colorado Rockies. Pitching for the worst team in history, the LA Dodgers, is Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw is 7-2 with a 3.01 ERA and a 1.2 whip. On the other side is Chase Dollander. 2-9. 6.5 ERA. 1.6 whip. His numbers suck in every category, Mr. Dollander. But the Dodgers also suck in every category right now. It's a tough game to play. The Dodgers are losers of 2 of 3 in this series. They're looking to even the series in the final game here. JD, one thing I want to say about this Rockies team I felt very bad for yesterday seeing. I came on here last week. I talked about Austin Gomber. And I said I felt bad because you see the videos his wife posts every start. His kids there mimicking his wind-up, throwing a fake ball at the TV. Well, after I told you how bad this guy has been, how I've been fading him all year, but it hurts to see his kids so into it watching it, he came on and did a press conference yesterday where he said he has no idea how to pitch. I don't know what to do. I have no identity with my pitches, and I can't locate. 10 minutes later, he was released. So that might be the end of us seeing Austin Gomber. Shout out Austin Gomber. I'm going to miss fading you. But, man, I was kind of right about that one, JD. I felt a little bad about it. Back to the specific game. We got the Dodgers. We got the Rockies. What do you got?
This one's going to be ugly, guys. This is going to be real ugly. But I can only, like Patty's saying there, I could only going back to the Rockies here. I mean, as far as actually Kershaw, I believe here at actually Coors Field that he can get hit, even actually by this Rockies team. Then also, if I'm not mistaken, the Dodgers have the Padres on deck. I believe they are going to them tomorrow. And I'm sorry, but that series is a lot more important than this game here. So I would have to think that their focus is definitely already more on like what's about to happen. So for me, this is definitely a good fade spot. As far as the money line goes, of course, you can get a big price there. If you look at some of these books, you can even get a +3, like literally +3 runs, guys. I normally hate to do that. I normally hate to take a dog and then turn it like into a favorite line.
I was about to say, JD, whoa.
I mean, at like +3, I mean,
I don't hate this by footing. I don't hate that.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like the over looks good too.
Well, this is another game to target some homers, JD. So let's pull up the old homer book.
It is.
We have an extremely high total. We've already added Ryan McMahon.
Oh gosh, this is a what is this, a noon start time for actually them also?
No, don't ask me to do time conversions, JD. I can barely read.
This is a getaway early Colorado start. Yeah, man. Give me the Rockies all day here, man.
I can't take a side here. The Rockies are so dog shit. They're historically one of the worst teams ever, going up against historically what's supposed to be one of the best teams ever, and they've won 2 out of 3. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm hoping Patty catches his dog yet again. Let's see a big win, but I'm more targeting homers here. I think we could find a couple fun spots in this game. And I got a guy absolutely loving this spot, JD, coming in at a plus 450. Andy Pages, however you say it. He's got some power in that bat. The ball's going to carry in Colorado. So my pick I'm adding on here, Andy Pages, however you say it, plus 450.
What is a Brenton Doyle?
Plus 480.
I actually like that one.
All right. Well, if you want to do both of us, JD's adding the Brenton Doyle to it. I'm sticking. Because right now I'm hot. I'm sticking to my gut with these. And when I'm doing my research, I'm sticking with Andy Pages. Plus 450. All right, JD. We've had a couple other people request some games in here. I'm scrolling up here. Dylan wants the Rays and the Cards. So does Harvey. We got 2. Who won it? So give me 1 second here. Can get a late pick, Brucey. You don't leave work till 3. All right.
I actually kind of love the fact that y'all want these just gross games.
Yeah, dude, well, you guys are some real degenerate fucks out there, and we absolutely love you guys because we are too. We are too. By the way, totally random. Don't know why. I'm just thinking about it. Don't know why. But Tuesdays in the NBA this year. Stay with me, everybody. Tuesdays in the NBA on NBC Network. We get the 11 o'clock tip this year, Eastern. Instead of the 10 o'clock tip, they're doing 11 o'clock tip. So you're telling me I get to watch the 8 o'clock basketball game end at 10:45 and then start at 11 o'clock? If you guys are degenerates and want us to talk about Cardinals and the Rays tonight, I promise you, you're going to be very excited to hear that the NBA has an 11 o'clock tip this year, because I am. Let's dive into this game, JD. Pitching for the Cardinals is Sonny Gray's ahead. Sonny Gray, 11-6, 4.3 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. On the other side is Joe Boyle. Joe Boyle is 1-2 with a 4.68 ERA and an identical 1.19 WHIP to Sonny Gray. JD, all that being said, have you ever even heard of Joe Boyle, and who are you taking in this game?
Like I said, this is
Dylan, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. By the way, you're really going to love going to Orlando for your future games. The Disney Rays are coming. Get ready.
Yeah. Definitely are. Man, these are 2 teams that we've talked about over the past couple of weeks that we just don't want to back. I mean, they're not just we're actually not looking to just fade them every game, but we are looking for our spots to fade both. I would have to lean Rays here. If you just made me make a play, I would have to take Rays. Do I have a lot to go on behind that? No. As far as my number, which is thrown in some random stats as far as Boyle goes, it has them favored pretty small, has them around a minus 120. So if you're just going by that, then I would have to take them. But no, this is for me is a complete stay away game.
Footy, you're going to say no to that. Back to this specific game. To stay away from me too. I did like the over originally. It opened at 7.5. But it's moved all the way to 8.5. Excuse me, and it's juiced on the under. So you can't take it at the 8.5. If you could find it under 8, like a 7.5 or an 8 with no juice, I don't mind it. But I just don't see any value on this game. I do think it's kind of a lousy game, if being completely honest with you. Footy's asking about the Astros at plus 100. Do they eventually have to win a game? Footy, we say it on the show all the time. In the summer months, you back the teams that are hot. When they're cold, you stay the fuck away. I broke my own rule yesterday. I took the Astros. Framber Valdez gave up 978 runs. 978 runs. I believe he gave up 6 runs before he got an out.
He did.
Yeah, no, I was watching that, and I was screaming right after the show. So you can't take the Astros right now. They've had 4 of the last 5 games. No, sorry, 4 of the last 6 games now. They haven't scored a run. I also like the Orioles in this spot, and I will be playing the Orioles in this spot at minus 125. Brandon Young, a guy we like to fade, a guy who was awful early in the year. Well, he's coming into this one, guys, off 8 innings and 1 hit ball. Guess who he just did that against? Yep. The Astros on the 15th, 6 days ago. He just shut this team down for 8 innings. I'm going to back it. I'm going to bet it's going to happen again. Give me the Orioles. They will get it done here today. JD?
Yeah, man, I'm the same here. This is a game that, once again, I am not going to bet. I don't want anything to do with. This is definitely O's or either pass. The Astros are a team right now, like you just cannot back. As far as yesterday goes, I thought that was the ultimate kind of actually like buy low spot
So did I.
on them, and they got their ass kicked. So they've been outscored. I forgot what the number is, but if you look at the past few games, they've been outscored by a ridiculous amount. So
Yep.
they're just a team that I'm just not gonna currently back. And they also have been a better home team, a much better home team.
Yep.
So
You ain't lying. JD. I have one thing to say to you, and I don't even just say it. We are back. We are back.
did you like
Things
that?
have changed. I had no idea that was going to happen.
Did you like that?
I did. All right, take the Brewers hat, put the New York Giants hat on, or the Rutgers hat. It's college football season. Let's fucking go. We've been waiting for this. For how long? 7 months? 7 months? It's here. It's here. College football is back. And we're going to start with a little Sam Houston State going to Western Kentucky and taking on the Hill Toppers. JD, some information about these two teams. Head coach of the Bearcats, Sam Houston State, has left and gone to Temple. Sam Houston State has hired a former offensive coordinator, Phil Longo, who was the team's offensive coordinator from 2014 to 2016. He had stints with Ole Miss, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. He returns to Huntsville, where he used to coach. This team's looking very different. Both teams are looking a little different. So here's some information on both teams before I keep going. Western Kentucky is returning 34% of its production on the offensive side last year, while Sam Houston State is returning 40% of their production from last season. Last year, the matchup between these two teams ended 31-14 for the Hilltoppers on the road. But there is some news here. There is some news here for the Hilltoppers, and that's the transfer portal acquisition of star quarterback Maverick McIver. Maverick McIver was an FCS quarterback last year. However, he was a finalist for the Walter Payton Award, given to the best offensive player from the FCS. He's a big-time get for these Hilltoppers. Not only did they get McIver, they're also getting his quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, who is going with him from Abilene Christian over to Western Kentucky. Now, a lot being said there. Both teams have lost a lot of players. Western Kentucky seems to have had a much better transfer portal season. JD, a lot of shit I just said there. What do you like in this game? Break it down.
Yeah, there's for these two teams, there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of change. Footy, as far as
Western Kentucky's in the western part of Kentucky.
Hang on now. As far as Sam Houston is definitely in Texas. I want to say it's Huntsville. I may be wrong there.
I just read that name, so it must be.
But it is definitely in Texas. Western Kentucky, I'm pretty sure, is in Bowling Green.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So footy. There.
Footy doesn't even know that New Mexico is a state. He thought that was a new part of Mexico, so we'll just put that out there. But yes, that's where they are. JD, back to the game.
But okay, yeah, back to the game, guys. Yeah, Alpha, like you said, there is a lot of changes here. Start with as far as Sam Houston, there's a lot of big changes there. As far as the head coaching change, you actually just talked about that. One of the other bigger changes, if may not be a bigger change in my opinion, is their defensive coordinator.
Yep.
He is left and he is with North Texas now. Why is that so big? It's big because he basically took the whole fucking defense with him.
Yep.
That is why that's a big deal. Whenever I think of Sam Houston, I think of actually defense.
How often do you think of Sam Houston? Let me get that in there. How often does Sam Houston State? It is state, right? I'm not just adding state because I think so. It's not like Austin Peavy that I'm pretty sure has a B in the
yes.
Okay, there we go.
It is state. I think about them, once a week for about a 12-week stretch during the year.
That makes sense.
But yes, as far as their defense goes, like that's kind of what they were known for.
Yep.
And this year doesn't look like that is going to be the case. Matter of fact, I don't even think we know who actually all of the starters on national defense are even going to be yet.
They won't announce it. They're trying to keep it a surprise. They're trying to keep Western Kentucky from being able to pre-game plan against them, and they are not announcing the depth chart as of yet. That's a big storyline between these two teams.
So you have that, and then as far as what this team was last year, it was a slower team. That's how the head coach ran things. Well, now with their new head coach, not going to be that way. They're going to be a more up-tempo team. They're going to be more on the offensive side of things now. So this is a totally different team. And then as far as WKU, when I think of them, which I think of them about the same amount of time, you just think of their offense.
Yep. You think of high-powered passing game.
They sling the ball and they play fast.
Yep.
Guess what? This year, nothing should really change there. Are there a bunch of new guys? Yes. But it should still look the same.
They brought in a great quarterback. They brought in the best FCS transfer product that was available, which is basically Division II. It's not technically, but it's basically Division II. Who could play? That's where Tyson Bagent came from, a same type of school, and he could play.
Yeah. So against this Sam Houston defense, which from what I can tell so far, is just not going to be nearly as good. I really think that actually they're going to be able to put up their points here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
So
then on the other side of that, as far as the Sam Houston offense, this is a new version of actually them. Like I said, as far as their run game versus this WKU defense should do well. And that's going to set up the actual pass and actually with their head coach now, he is somebody who's also going to have them try to sling it some and actually get the ball down the field. The thing with both of these teams is we obviously for this season, as far as pace, we do not obviously have any stats yet.
Yep.
But both of these teams should be around the top 25 though, as far as pace. What you're going to see a lot with both sides here, you're going to either see them driving right down the field and score, or you're going to see a 3 and out just like that. So all of these things, when you add them up, it is great for an over. I think there are a lot of unknowns right here in this first game of the season. And I think that's why we are getting this total here at 61. I think that we could look back after this game and be like, damn, that was a very low number here. So yes, there's my play. There's what I'm officially on. Clients are on that. That is a play that I have already bet and given out. I do lean to the Sam Houston side though, because you're getting 10.5 points. And I think, like I said, I just think their offense is going to be better than what I think most people think. And I think that they're going to be able to hang here. And with all that said, that there is just why I like the over more. So, definitely lean the Sam Houston side, but I have officially bet the over here.
I'm on the over as well. I think we're going to see a ton of points here. And JD, when you think of Western Kentucky, what is the one player you think of? And let's see if you have it. There's one guy I'm looking for. Quarterback. Patriots draft pick. Correct. Bailey Zappi. Yeah, Bailey Zappi, guys. Remember what he did at Western Kentucky in 2022?
He went nuts.
He set the FBS season record for passing yards and touchdowns. It's the same offensive system that they have, guys. What they do, they drop back and throw the ball. That's what Western Kentucky does. They drop back and throw the ball all over the field. They're a very fun team to watch, but I definitely love betting this team and their overs. I'm going to be taking their over in this spot, and they should be able to cash for us. So, JD, I'm with you. Let's cash the over here. All right. Well, that was the appetizer. That was the appetizer. The meat and the potatoes is the Iowa State-Kansas State game. And, JD, we have a lot to talk about in this one. Why can Iowa State win this game? Well, their junior quarterback, Rocco Becht, is back under center for the Cyclones. Last year, he completed 60% of his passes for 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns to only 9 interceptions. He was fantastic. He finished the year with a 138.1 QBR. If you know what that means, you know how good of a QBR that is. On the other side, for Kansas State, They're also returning their junior quarterback, Avery Johnson. You guys might remember Avery Johnson, the long hair, blonde quarterback who's very mobile and can create some big-time plays. Last year, 25 touchdowns to only 10 picks for Johnson. He also ran the ball 113 times for 605 yards for a 5.5 yards per carry average and 7 rushing touchdowns. Unfortunately, he was also the MVP of the Rate Bowl, where my Rutgers Scarlet Knights lost to Kansas State 44-41. Also returning for this Kansas State team is their junior running back, Dylan Edwards. Dylan Edwards enters the season on the Maxwell Award list watch. He is projected to be one of the best running backs in the nation this year. He's an absolute dog. In the bowl game last year against Rutgers, he rushed for 200 yards, 2 touchdowns on only 18 carries. The guy can absolutely play. So, JD, both teams are returning some big-name guys on the offensive side. This is by far the best game of this week. What do you like in this one? Are you targeting a side, targeting a total? What do you got?
Yeah, man, for this one here, the good thing about this one is we know a lot more about these teams. There's a lot of guys that have actually came like back.
And we know who they are. And we know who they are.
Like, there are actually more stats here that we can go off of.
Absolutely.
Iowa State has actually won this matchup 4 out of the past 5 times.
Yep.
The one game that Kansas State won, they won that game 10-9.
Yep.
Just a random little fact there.
That is a random little fact.
With saying that, though, everything here points me to Kansas State. To start with, this is a big thing we talked about last year, is they have the actual advantage on the offensive line and the defensive line. When actually, like, you are looking at a national football game, that's something that I want to see. If you have the edge on actually both of those, you kind of control kind of everything.
Yep.
So that's something just like right off the bat that like I absolutely love. The Kansas State run game, that's kind of like you've already kind of said it, but that's kind of what they're known for.
Yep.
They are very good at actually it. And guess what? This Iowa State run defense is not good. It is their
their weakness.
It is their biggest weakness.
Hundo P.
So I think it's gonna be a rough day for them there. And the biggest thing there, I think that run game is gonna help out their quarterback Avery Johnson. We saw a lot of him last year. Everybody knows to start the year, I was a big K-State guy. I
remember that now. Wow, you were such a big K-State guy last year.
Huge K-State guy.
I forgot that.
And actually, like Avery Johnson, he is so good. But last year, what turned out happening is he turned the ball over a lot.
Yeah,
and that's what ended up doing them in as the season went on. But in a game like this, the run game should be going so well. It should open up easy passes for him. And then actually, like you also said, he can also run.
He's a dual threat.
Yeah.
Dual threat.
So I am expecting to see a big game out of him right actually here to start the season. Now, as far as like Iowa State, what they're can usually do is they can run the ball.
Yep.
Well, guess what? Kansas State's run defense is pretty damn good.
Yep.
So they don't have a great matchup there. As far as the Kansas State, as far as the actual line backers group, absolutely love them. The safeties, I also love them, and the safeties have actually been there for actually like years now, so I absolutely love that.
Yep.
I just like I said to start this off, I just think for me everything points to Kansas State. It kind of scares me because last year, like I said, you just remembered I was so high on actually them to start the year, and it kind of scares me a little bit that I'm right back to that now.
Yeah.
But for me, this looks like at least a touchdown game. Like being able to get this at actually like -3, it seems like a steal here. The only thing that scares me a little bit as far as the travel here. This game is it's played in Ireland, right?
Yep.
So, that's the only thing that because you don't know, because some teams and some people travel well like that, and some teams don't.
We need to hear you pronounce the stadium here.
I have no idea where it's at.
The Aer Lingus, AER Lingus College Football Classic.
Aer Lingus. Okay.
That was beautiful.
So yeah, guys, to me, like I said, I think this should be at least a national touchdown game here. So give me Kansas State minus 3 all day long here.
Yeah, everything you said, I agree with JD. It's a little scary that we're both on the same first two plays for the first two games. We did not talk about this beforehand. We both come in, do our own plays. And when we get on here, we like to hear what each other say without knowing in advance. So it's natural. Yep. Our reactions are natural. I am on Kansas State as well with the points. I think they're going to have a big performance. And everything you said is the reason I'm backing them. The run game on the offensive side for Kansas State is going to be the difference. Not only can they run the ball in traditional running style, but when the quarterback gets out of the pocket and has these linemen that are great at blocking, the receivers that are great at blocking, the whole team has committed to blocking, it's going to open up more lanes for Avery Johnson. And I think Avery Johnson is going to have an absolutely massive performance here. Maybe 2 passing touchdowns to go with 2 rushing touchdowns. And I think the Kansas State defense will do enough to force at least 1 turnover to 2 turnovers off Rocco Becht. When you put pressure on Rocco, he could get in a little trouble. He's a talented quarterback. There's no doubt about it. But when you put a little pressure on him, you can definitely see him turning the ball over. So I do think we will see Kansas State have a big performance here. I don't think they'll be able to get stopped on the offensive side in the running attack. So give me Kansas State. I think they win by at least a touchdown as well. J-Bo, I do think there will be points here, but it is still a game that could go under because Kansas State, if they're dominating time of possession, dominating the clock, they get a big lead, they can run the game out. That is what they can do. And I think that is definitely in the realm of possibility for this game. JD, any additional thoughts on the first marquee college football game of the year?
Yeah, just as far as for like J-Bo here on the total, I honestly think that this total is set at a very it's just very sharp. I think it's right actually where it should be. But yeah, I couldn't go actually either way there.
What have been the final scores in the Aer Lingus Bowl in the last couple of years? Georgia Tech had that massive upset over Florida State last year. Remember that one?
Yep.
I'm trying to see if I can find the former games to see if teams have struggled with getting points in this one. Let's see the history of the Aer Lingus.
Well, that's what I was sitting there thinking. I was like, either like the scores are going to be low or either they're going to be high.
Yeah, last year was the Georgia Tech game. The year before was Notre Dame versus Navy. Remember when Notre Dame went out there? They won 42-3. Year before that, 31-28. Northwestern defeated Nebraska. And then the last one before that was 2016 with Georgia Tech and Boston College. So I don't see any super low totals here. Anything that would scare me off betting it over just because they're going to the Aer Lingus. So I don't mind it. But I definitely like Kansas State a lot more than the total. 100%. All right, JD, ready to move into a little best bets action for today? Yes, Thursday, sir. August 21st. All right, JD. I'm trying to find the best bets graphic. Do we have one with the football yet, or is it just the baseball? I mean, baseball still works. Don't get me wrong, but
it's
I have good news. Best bets is back, football style. JD, how many best bets do you have for the people today? Do you have 1? Do you have 2? Do you have 9? What you got?
Let me see here.
I also have a player prop in this Kansas State game, by the way, which I will be giving out in best bets.
Oh, wow. Okay. For baseball, let's go with the Brewers. Everybody knows why I am betting them today. You can currently get them at plus 120. Let's do that. And then let's do something a little bit different here. Let's go to the NFL preseason. Tonight, we got the
I love you, J-Bo, but no.
We got the Patriots versus your Giants. We're going to take the over 37 and a half there.
Remember, the weather's going to be a little dicey, but I love it because Jackson Dart's going to be getting the bulk of the game.
There's why everybody likes the under, but no, we're still going over.
I like
it. As far as the Giants, man, they have the best QB room out of any team. I mean, like as far as the as far as the preseason goes, like
as far as in terms of the entire NFL, I agree.
Yes, yeah. I mean actually literally like nobody's close. But anyway, then we're gonna go and give out a best bet for Saturday. And we're gonna take the Kansas State -3.
Boom.
That's the best bet for Saturday. And then guess what? I'm going to do a little something else because J-Bo obviously wants us to talk about another game. Well, J-Bo, Kansas and Fresno State, I do not have a play there. So I'm not going to be able to go there. But we do have a game. Let me pull it up here, make sure I'm saying everything right.
I have another play I like as well from Saturday. But I'll give it out tomorrow on Best Bets. I'm going to save it because I got enough for today.
Okay. Well, we have Idaho State playing UNLV. I know this game is not on everybody's book yet because this is a extra board game. So like we're going deep here, guys. And matter of fact, I've not bet this yet because, like I said, the line I'm about to give out is not out in most places yet. But as long as the total here, nothing changes greatly on Saturday, I am going to be on the UNLV team total over. Should be somewhere in the 45, 46, like somewhere in actually that range. Basically here, just a really quick, Idaho State, they're just not on the same level here whatsoever. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. The defense, they're going to be horrible. And as far as UNLV, they are running some actually new guys. They're running a little bit of a new system. And they're going to be able to score, but I think they're going to keep scoring. Like even into the second half, because I think they need to figure out what they have. So I think sets up a great spot here for us to go take their team total over here.
I am with it, JD. Let me jump into my best bets next. I have an anytime touchdown score in the Iowa State-Kansas State game. Dylan Edwards, minus 125 on FanDuel. He's going to get in the end zone. He's their lead back. He's the guy on all the watch lists. He's the guy who is going to be the focal point of this offense. Dylan Edwards finds the end zone at least once, minus 125. Kansas State, minus 3, minus 115. Then over to today's baseball slate. Brewers Cubs over 6.5, minus 120. New York Yankees on the money line, minus 140. But if you guys do like that Yankees play, as we talked about earlier, the odds are going to be moving up. They've already moved up to a minus 144. So do a little line shopping, but it went down early. Looks like it's heading back up. If you want it under a minus 150, you may have to lock that in now if you do want to secure that. That's 4, JD. Do I add one more? Do I say fuck it?
Go ahead, man.
I always do, don't I, JD? A couple people put it in the comments here. I am also on the Kansas City Royals money line, minus 115. Patrick Corbin Day. Let's cash against Patrick Corbin. Lorenzen has a big game against his former team. Let's get after it. JD, we did our first football show, bro. There's still 1,600 of you still rocking. Appreciate every single one of you that is still here with us. JD, any words for the people before we complete our first football show? Thomas, I knew you'd be excited about that, bro. I saw you commenting about it. I got you. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, man, that was a fun show. As far as football, when we talk about football, it's a much different thing. As far as baseball, you know, we talk about it every single day, and you just kind of get into a groove. And I don't know, it's just something that we talk about every day. But when we do football shows, we I guess we have to do a little bit more prep work.
Well, especially at the beginning of the season. It's with that with every sport. With that with every sport, to be honest.
Right. So it was definitely fun to, to have to dive in a little bit more. And, yeah, man, it was
especially in college right now, bro, with every team with the transfer portal and with everything going on with NIL, you have to do research this year, guys. It's not the same team you think it is. If you liked XYZ team last year, odds are not the same guys playing for them this year. Do your research, check out who's left, check out what the percentage of players that had production have left. That's the best advice I can give you today. Look what percentage of production has left each individual team. That'll give you a lot of answers.
Because, yeah, just like you were talking about right there, when you talk about a game that we talk about a team we talk about today, Sam Houston State, when you actually look at that number, it's a big fat 0. They have none coming back.
Yep.
As far as freaking starters goes on the defense, they literally have none.
0 of 11 have returned. 0 have 11 have returned on the defensive side.
So there's a great example of, and as far as with the head coaching change, it's going to be a completely different team.
Yep.
And actually last year, I think that team, oh gosh, I don't have this in front of me. I believe they were 10-3 because they were a team that actually we bet on some last year. But they got a lot of wins in very close games, actually one-score games. And stuff like that, it was kind of like the Chiefs this actually past year. They won all of those close games. Well, that's not going to happen season after season. It's actually just not. So anyway, as far as actually Sam Houston, I'm not as high on them. We're going to get into the Chiefs and all that here soon. So
very soon.
I'm not going to dive into that yet.
I was like, JD, you're opening up a whole can here, brother. Let's chill out. Let's chill out.
But yes, we are pumped up. We are obviously ready to go. We have been into college football and actually the NFL for a couple months now. Like this, we've
Yeah, we're ready.
Yes.
Ready. We have some big announcements coming soon. There's going to be some new segments on the show. There'll be some familiar faces, some new faces returning to the program. Couple new segments are good things for us. So a lot of good stuff is happening. We're excited to share everything with you guys.
One more thing. I do have a max play in baseball going this afternoon. It is a game that we did not talk about. And we didn't talk about. There was only a couple games that actually didn't hit. But it is a game we did not talk about. Over the past few months, these plays, I do not give these out actually like every day or anything like that. But I am 18-4 over the past few actually months on these plays. Join us, guys. I'm running hot, just not in those plays, but just in every play. If you've been watching the show, you guys should know that. It's a great time to join up. So.
Let's cash it. I'm only laughing. I just got an alert. Sean Strickland of the UFC has been suspended for 6 months, and I can only imagine what that's stemming from. I can only imagine. It's Sean Strickland. It must be hilarious. JD! You got to do the thing, brother. It's like 1 o'clock. I need to make a grilled cheese bagel.
Well, guys, I think we've done it all. We've done the baseball. We've done the football. I've even given you NFL preseason.
And you got player props and everything.
Got player prop. Like we have done it all today, guys. Shout out to y'all. Big crowd today. We have 1,700 people live. The chat was awesome, just like always. It's only one thing left to do, and let's fucking win, guys.
Let's fucking win, baby. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. And J-Bo, if you got any other additional college football questions, ask us tomorrow. We got you. JD, it's been fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get the fuck out of here. Peace out, everyone.